Donna Lakes with Conscious Living. And today I have my good friend Michael Allison here to talk to you about flower essences, to educate you about flower essences a little bit. It is something that I have been utilizing in my format for living right now, and it's become a very important part of keeping me healthy, really. And it's funny because my spirit guides had told me, start using flower essences and homeopathic only, and this is the best thing for you. And then Michael started stalking me on Instagram, as he puts it, and he reached out to me, and we connected, and I started testing him out, and then I invited him to join my community at Ascension Healing Arts Center in Southfield. So I wanted to interview him and ask him some questions so that I could help to share this growing modality for healing and for, just like preventative and, keeping you healthy, a good part of your lifestyle of living consciously. So, Michael, how did you get interested and find out about flower essences?
When I first started, it was back when COVID first hit, and I was working a job that had really made my mental health suffer, actually shattered my mental health. And then when the whole world stopped, I decided that I needed to make a career change. And then I researched, and then I took a couple healing arts courses online, fell in love with flower essences. And then that cascaded into all things flower essences. And then I just spent basically about 2 years with education and got certified. And then I actually found that I was very good at it, and people were enjoying the results that they were getting. So I decided to search, a local community where I could have a bigger impact on people.
Cool. And that would be at
Yes.
Ascension Healing Arts Center. Okay, so what exactly is flower essences?
Flower essences are a form of herbal medicine used in floral therapy, and they contain the vibrational spirit of the actual plant or flower, and each one of them is attached to a particular emotion. And they've been known to help people with negative thought patterns, anxiety, stress, grief, jealousy, denial, and just about anything else that could, that would be considered a mental health issue could be assisted with flower essences in some way. And in countries all over the world, people have actually used less of certain pharmaceutical drugs because they were actually working at the core issue with flower essences versus having something that's suppressing a part of your brain.
Lovely. I love it. Yes. I am very pro getting to the core of the issue and working with that versus masking, covering up, avoiding, or creating more problems as some medications do. There's so many side effects. So are there side effects to flower essences?
No, not directly. There's no contradictions with any medicine, contraceptives, herbal remedies. Pregnant and lactating moms and animals and children can actually use flower essences as well. And even people that might be a little sensitive to maybe alcohol, they can just have a solution that's made with vinegar so that, you're not, tempting, anybody that might have an alcohol problem. But also the way that they work is they work in a way that's very subtle, and it's like peeling through like an onion of emotions, because emotions are messy, and it kind of helps you see the other side of whatever it is that's going on that will actually help you feel better, or you'll have an aha moment, or you'll be like, that's what bothered me before, but now it doesn't anymore. So it's everything is done in a subtle way. And again, there's no contradictions with any types of medicine out there.
Okay. So I've tried some generic flower essences before, and I really didn't notice a huge difference, but I know other people have had, luck with some of the generic ones. But what I love about Michael is that he made me my own specific ones for what I'm going through, and, used his intuition to, knowledge combined with intuition to create the flower essences that was the perfect formula for me. And I found it very, very powerful. I was going through some grief processing and through some stress, and he really hit the nail on the head and made me this very powerful flower essences that I took by mouth that really helped me. And recently I went through another a period of a different type of grief, which was the loss of my mother, and he made me a new formula for what I am now going through. And it's helping, because sometimes it's hard to be functioning when you are going through such a stressful time, or things like this. And I know he's used it to help people who've been through traumas and to help them heal from their trauma. I've watched him do this because, once I felt like it was working for me, then, I just tell everybody. And that's why I have him on the show, because it's helped so many of my students and clients with their healing process. So I'm very grateful for that. And I even I know one person that he's done it for their dog having some issues with separation anxiety, I think it was. Yeah. So just very, very powerful. And one thing that I thought was really interesting was that, like, when you put them in water, they expand and they become more powerful. So just be careful of that.
You can't really hurt yourself. And it is good to go to a practitioner, even though they're kind of few and far between in the United States for now. They're rather large in the UK, Australia, and South America, of all places. And I wanted to piggyback on what you said, that you tried a couple flower essences before, but this is what I tell people. It's like going to the vitamin aisle and you have everything that you look at, and every description you're going to say that was going to work for me. Well, as a practitioner, we learned what the flower essences are you doing and what they're for. Like Mimulus from the Bob collection is good for known anxieties. Red clover from FES is good for natural disasters, and basil from FES is good for sexual abuse. And so it's good to have somebody that kind of knows where you need to go. And I usually do 2 regular essences for what it is that you have going on, and 3 support essences, so that we can help you with other areas like insomnia, stress, or whatever it is that's going on. And then usually by your second and third dose is when really things start popping up, and then we can really treat to help the person kind of get over what's going on with them.
Yeah. So he also makes these beautiful flower essences sprays that my students and clients and all the practitioners that work at Ascension Healing Arts Center love. And the biggest hit is the Blue Lotus spray. So these are sprays that you spray around you and on you for medicinal purposes. And so the Blue Lotus one lifts your vibration and clears your energy field. And since we are constantly working with other people's energies as practitioners, we utilize that spray a lot, and he can make it scented or unscented, different ones. He has one that strengthens your aura one for like grounding. He's got one that help enhance your intuition, one to help you attract and step into the energy of abundance. So you can use them to help you with like manifesting, kind of, even like what you want to create in your life. And what is the pink lotus for?
Pink Lotus is more of a self-love kind of, it's kind of like your rose quartz in the collection, really.
Okay.
And then White Lotus is like pure unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Blue Lotus, which is considered the highest vibrational flower, is, I believe, is just as or more powerful than if you were to sage yourself, to be brutally honest. And it also is an aphrodisiac on top of that, which is kind of interesting.
Huh.
And I make these purely intuitively and intuition, and I was never going to ever retail them, but Donna encouraged me, and the business has just exploded because, I make them with flower essences specific to whatever it is that we want to use it for. I use structured purified water, so it's kind of like a singing bowl kind of water, so it's very high vibration. A little sea salt and witch hazel, so they're alcohol free, and you could put them on the skin if you wanted to use them as perfume. And a special essential oil from whatever particular plant that I want in there. So blue lotus oil would be in the formula. And they smell absolutely beautiful, and the smell lingers for a little while, but it's not overwhelming, and I'm able to kind of adjust or reduce the fragrance level depending on the sensitivity of the client.
Yeah, because like I'm very sensitive to smells. I've got like the nose of a pregnant woman. And so I'm one that needs like a little bit lighter scent, and that's why sometimes I even use his unscented sprays as well. But I do love the smell of the blue lotus. I do. But the first one he made me was like very pungent for me, but everybody else was like, oh, this is great, so he can adjust it for your needs, which is just lovely to be able to do that. So you can get a custom spray made, you can get custom drops made, and it really has helped me with my grief. For my mom, it's a huge thing to lose one of your parents. I think it's one of the, losing a spouse, a child, or your parents is like a huge thing. And when you're not able to take a lot of time off, I was able to take a little bit of time off, but to keep going, allow me to take time to grieve here and there, but keep going, because I needed to keep going because I have a business to run, a very, big business to run. I'm a very busy lady. So I was really grateful for those essences, especially initially with the shock, with the shock of things. So tell me a little bit about pets and children, because I know with essential oils, you have to be careful with some different ones for pets and different ones with children. Is it the same with the flower essence, or is it at a different level?
Well, there's no actual plant particles left, so you won't have any problems at all. And as you were talking, I was thinking, it's good to talk about children in the family. And when I treat children with flower essences, I typically treat the mother and the father as well, because sometimes it could be underlying issues that we don't even realize. Energy. Exactly. Okay. And the healing is like amazing. And I've seen really fabulous results. And every 4th of July, I give my kitty something, and because he's scared of fireworks and rainstorms. Yeah, and he seemed to do well with that. Yeah.
My best friend's dog is the same way, like just terrified of the fireworks and loud noises and stuff. Mm-hmm. And yeah, fireworks for me even can be very hard on me as well. Usually I take the dog, and like, I love to watch them. They're beautiful, but the sound, just like I'm sensitive to smells, I'm also, I'm very hypersensitive with all of my senses. Sometimes lighting could affect me, and sometimes sounds affect me. And so I will usually like stay back with the dog and like, I'll take care of her dog for her. But I'd love to like be able to go like, you know, enjoy them because I love the sight of them. It's just the sound can be very overwhelming to me sometimes. So that's interesting. Maybe I'll try that.
Yeah, I call it taking the edge off just a little bit. You know, it's kind of like giving your pet like a lavender chew before they travel.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I love about the flower essences too is that to help you in your emotional and mental healing, but also your physical healing. And because everything is connected, right? And I think we'll leave this for another show, but this is connected. Wait, what is that other therapy that you do that is more for the physical body?
That would be gemotherapy, which is the stem cell buds of particular plants that really work on the central nervous system.
So any of you who have like gut issues and stuff, I think that is why my guides were telling me to do more flower essences and homeopath remedies, because I think for one thing that I'm very sensitive energetically as I lift up higher and higher vibration, it's a better suited for me. But also I've had, gut issues in the past, and, taking supplements is just too much for my system. And it was even affecting my kidneys. Right. But I find that these therapies are not doing that to me, and I can heal and be healthier. And I find it to be less expensive, you guys. I find it to be a lot less expensive than doing a bunch of supplements. So I'm grateful for that too, because it saves me some money. So, and so it's perfectly safe for pregnant and women who are breastfeeding as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Good. And then people who are on medications, is there any contraindications with people who are on medications? Does it interact? Like sometimes with herbs, you have to be careful of mixing herbs and medications. Most of the time it's fine, but every once in a while there's something. Is that a concern at all with flower essences? No. Obviously not the sprays, but like the drops, when you take the drops.
No, and you can even Google it. Every single site will say 0. 100% 0.
Great. That's wonderful. That's so awesome.
And I say that with confidence.
Yeah. And maybe even helping you, as you heal, to help you as you're, are they ever used to help you like wean off of something? Here
in the United States, where we got to be careful what we say, right? But it has been documented over the globe that people have been able to lessen and back off some, a lot of psychotropic drugs or something, or a suppressing drug that might have had terrible side effects. And because the assisting of flower essence therapy, they were able to wean off of some of those medications.
That's awesome. So this is, you could work together with like a psychiatrist or psychologist or a counselor or, social worker or something like that.
Absolutely.
Which is what we're going to have you do at Ascension.
I love it.
Yeah. And Ascension Healing Arts Center, by the way, is not associated with Ascension Hospital. We are our own thing. We're talking about Ascension as in the process of spiritual ascension, the soul evolution, the lifting up of consciousness, the leveling up in consciousness of humanity. It's almost, similar to the processes of enlightenment. Only we're doing it in a mass rate right now, like with the masses collectively. So I just wanted to like convey that. Yeah, so I'm trying to think, do I have any more question? Any more questions about the flower essences? I think I got most of my flower essences questions answered. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with them or inform them? We have a few more minutes, and then yeah.
Well, to book an appointment, we are on ascensionhealingartscenter.com, and coming soon, the aura sprays will be available to purchase, which is we're really excited about. And then, to book with me, I'm actually on the website along with Donna Lakes. And we can always just have a conversation because I do not charge for a consultation. It's only when you decide that you're going to purchase a bottle of flower essences, because I try to keep the costs down, because it's kind of like going to the pharmacy and it's too expensive and then you leave with nothing. And I don't believe in that. I believe that you need to take charge of your own health, and I try to do it as ethically as I can.
Mm-hmm. And if you do, if somebody is, working with a psychiatrist or a psychologist or something like it, they want to get their permission and all of that to, before working with you as well, right? We want to work together as a team with whatever practitioners you're working with. And at Ascension Healing Arts Center, we create our own teams and our own develop a specific healing formulas for you with our experts. So I guess, where did you study from? Because I know this is an international radio station, and, so I'm sure people are interested because, like where you studied from. And I know you've studied from various experts all over the world. And so what are some of the countries that you studied from?
Well, since COVID, Zoom is a wonderful thing, I have to say. I have been able to work with people all over the world. As even remote as Patagonia in South America, and Hawaii and Alaska, different parts of the United States, the UK, New Zealand, and Australia have been really interesting. And I've been able to learn from people that were the manufacturers and legacies of different family-owned businesses. So it's really a very special part of the community that I really appreciate. And the love is outstanding. And then what I love about it is each company and each plant from different parts of the world have their own personality. And so that's how I'm able to curate something that you're not ever going to get by just working one flower essence brand. I work about 7 or 8. And that's why I'm able to always curate something special. And you'll probably never get the same dose twice unless you ask for
it. Wonderful. Yes. Because everyone is unique, and we need to address everyone's unique needs, specific needs. So excellent. Thank you for joining me here today and sharing all your knowledge with the public about flower essences. And I learned a few things too.
I'm glad. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, I really appreciate it. And so I just wanted to tell you, if you feel like it, you can follow Ascension Healing Arts Center or Donna Lakes on Instagram. And I am on TikTok, and I am on YouTube, and I am on Facebook. And then Ascension Healing Arts Center is on Instagram and on Facebook. And Michael?
Yep, I'm available as it would be Michael _ Allen, ALYN _ BEAUTY for now. So okay. You can connect then.
Or you can reach them on the Ascension one if you need to. And then our website is ascensionhealingartscenter.com. And we have all sorts of different types of practitioners and doctors, and we're growing enormously right now, adding new people that are working there. We're getting ready to expand and move in a few months. We are adding more and more workshops and events now that the world is coming back alive again from the COVID, and we help people in healing physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I have a healer program that is designed to help you to heal yourself, but also to learn to become an intuitive healer, develop your intuition, develop your energy healing skills, develop learning how to manage your own energy, and special workshops to help you on your path of healing to make sure that you are in a good place. It all starts with us. We have to fill up and overflow. We have some wonderful activities that are coming up on April 8th. We are going to have a little holistic fair at our place from 6:30 to 9:30, or 6 to 9, I'm sorry. That's April 8th, and that's at Ascension Healing Arts Center in Southfield. And our phone number is 888-824-1970. And if you need to reach Michael, I believe his extension is 705.
708.
Oh, 708. Sorry. Oops. 708. And mine is 700 if you need to reach me personally. If not, one of our wonderful staff will answer the phone and answer any questions for you and help you sign up for whatever you need help with if you have trouble signing up online like I do. I'm a little technology challenged, but we'd love to see you at Ascension, and we'd love to hear from you next week. Join me for my show next week, and check out my previous shows. Donna Lakes here from Ascension Healing Arts Center. Thanks for joining me.